Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your man Rico the Opinionist. Y'all know I'm all on YouTube. I'm up to 192 subscribers. I said when I get to 200, I'm gonna start doing some live broadcasts, at least, and start doing majority of my videos on YouTube. Because 200, that's a nice little place to start off, little place to start doing the dang old thing. So, on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I may spend some more time at TikTok too. I don't get on there as often as I should. But I can commit myself to do at least one TikTok video a day or maybe 3 a week. Something like that. Let you know that your boy is active up in here. But anyway, I'm still reading comments on the whole Deion Sanders, I guess they call the Great Defection. Is that what it is? But anyway, I already have a video on that on YouTube on the Deion Sanders thing, so I'm not going to rehash that. But I may make some comparisons in what I'm about to talk about now. And what I'm talking about right now, man, all these leaves just fell all over the place since last night. I want to talk about, just share my few thoughts on the recent Senate race, the highly contested, the very closely watched Senate race between Warnock. I don't know what his real name is. First name is, but Reverend Warlock, and NFL great, college great Herschel Walker. And so, and I'm going to start from the back and go to the beginning. Now, or back and go to front, however you want to do it. You know, it's just amazing what African Americans cheer about, and what we think we're actually winning. And we still, unfortunately, as a group in this country, no, it's no accident that we're in the bottom of things. We're in the bottom, and it's not by accident. And we still have not learned how to play politics or how to appropriately participate in this American political system. We still play as if, we're not even playing checkers. We're playing like sorry or something. Or no, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing to watch our behavior. So it came down to, I guess, Herschel Walker versus Warnock. Warnock versus Herschel Walker. Now, for those of you who've been living on a rock, the Democratic candidate was Reverend Warnock, and Herschel Walker was the Republican. And so that right there, if you're black and you go under the banner of Republican, black Americans have been thoroughly trained and thoroughly schooled and thoroughly socially conditioned to boo you and not like you, regardless of what you've contributed to society as a black person. Regardless of how far in education you've gotten, you can be a successful business owner, you can be a PhD person or a medical degree person. If you say that you're black and you're Republican, you're no more good to the race. And that's how, and people, we can debate that. I see it, I've seen it all of my life, and I saw it last night. It doesn't matter if you're a black man, if you're a black woman. And what's so interesting about black women, I hear how black women say, protect black women. But if she's a Republican black woman, go ahead and let sexism tear her ass to bits. Go ahead and let her get raped, robbed, and beaten. She's a Republican black woman, so she's not part of the race. It's very interesting that the Democratic black women that they like are the ones who are actually destroying black girls. They do all the twerking. in front of Planned Parenthood. They're the ones that got all the OnlyFans. All of the so-called black Democratic women. But you don't see too many conservative or Republican black women on OnlyFans or twerking or, have multiple kids by multiple men. So like, why do they hate those women so much? I think it's just jealousy, because a lot of those conservative women are really feminine. Now, do I agree with a lot of their philosophy? Nah. I'm just talking about them. They're still black, right? I'll tell you what they don't do is contribute to the foolishness to our race. So let's go on to Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker was being penalized because he didn't sound like Barack Obama. Every black man that decides to run for an office has to sound and he has to have the speaking points, and it'll really pay off if he had the skin tone and the parental background, or a white mom and a black dad, or a white dad and a black mama. That really helped that black candidate out as well with the black community. If he fashioned himself after Barack Obama, or from my hometown, Harold Ford Jr., racially ambiguous but sounds like a white man. Those are the candidates that black people who are Democrats seem to gravitate towards, right? So Herschel Walker, a Georgian, country as a dozen eggs. He was already, ignored. Supposedly he wasn't supposed to win. He was stupid. He's dumb. He's propped up by the Republicans, right? He's propped up by the Republicans. He's a dumb candidate. So, y'all know me. I'm an independent. I stand in the middle and watch everybody just look stupid. However, my eyes and ears are wide open to the rhetoric. And I do pay attention to the issues. And again, Malcolm X talked about it. I know everybody, when I mention Malcolm X, they all agree with Malcolm X said back in the day. A lot of his words have come back to even sound as if he said those words last month or last week. Malcolm X talked about the liberal politician, the moderate Democrat, the liberal Democrat, black or white. He talked about those folks. But yet we still allowed this fox into the hen house, while we painted the Republicans as the wolf, so we make sure that they don't come anywhere near the hen house. But we allowed this fox called the Democrat all up in the hen house, eating up all the eggs, and just as long as they're a fox, it's okay. But they still have sharp teeth, and they still eat up and destroy. So Herschel Walker, this big, dumb, stupid, dumb athlete who was propped up by the Republicans. I saw all the memes. The one that was really just pitiful was the one y'all did with Trading Places. How Eddie Murphy sat in between those two white men, those brothers. Y'all put Herschel Walker there. And it's really not about Herschel Walker per se. It's about black people's childlike behavior when it comes to politics. Y'all, black people, those of you who lean left, really lean hard left, believe that because you're black, you are automatically Democrat, and Democrats have to be for black folks. And it's like, wow, when is our race ever going to mature in this country? Politically and hell, intellectually, when are we going to mature? Well, we were fine until 1965, when the rope-a-dope was pulled. Shout out to Gloria Steinem and Lyndon Baines Johnson and all them little Negroes who accepted the paycheck to turn blacks the other way around, when we were actually making progress because we were still together as a race. So, everybody, this big, dumb, stupid Herschel, he was supposed to be blown out of the water. But during the regular election, it's very interesting that this candidate could not pull it off. Hey, Mary Max, what's up, my friend? She said, friend, I just posted something to black folks about all of the memes and no real action plan to force the Democratic Party to pay it forward. Black folks are an overwhelmingly turnout in that runoff. They did. And it's like, it's a great gaslighting that happens. It's like a Pavlovian dog. Go look up Ivan Pavlov. Ivan Pavlov, he did an experiment where when a doorbell rings, the salivation of the dog, he starts barking. Ruh, ruh, ruh. And that's all you have to do is say somebody, just say Republican. Ruh, ruh, ruh. Then the Negroes get to barking. Say black person is Republican. We don't like him. Ruh, 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 ruh. We don't like him. Ruh, ruh. They're bad for us. They're terrible. And it's the weirdest thing. And so, but for some reason, if Herschel Walker was so stupid, hey Mia, sweetheart, peace. If Herschel Walker was such a piss poor candidate, if he was so terrible, if y'all thought the way he pronounced words was so funny and so meme-worthy, how come that damn Warnock couldn't hardly beat him? He was supposed to blow him out of the water during the regular election, not in a runoff. I'm going to get to the runoff in a minute. He wasn't even supposed to make it to a runoff, remember? He's stupid. He's dumb. Republicans got them another stupid nigga. Remember that? And he wasn't supposed to be saying anything intelligent. No, all his words that y'all took and said that he didn't know he couldn't articulate his words. Some of them might have been true. Hey. But then y'all had this so-called very articulate Negro preacher who didn't really say anything except for say Trump. Trump. Yeah, Trump. They're trying to do this. Take your rights. Trump. That's all you have to say is Trump, and Negroes are gaslighted. That's amazing. It is amazing. And that's all he did. I heard his platform. Warnock, there was nothing in it that actually benefited black Georgians or black Americans. And when black people tried to approach Warnock, it was a white man would always come and say, ho, Negro, don't ask him that question. We didn't put him up. For some reason, y'all don't think the Democratic Party props up Negroes. I don't understand it. Why do y'all think that this two-party system, either one of them is for black folks when both of them has had their turn with black people? Like in a sexual situation, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party have had their turn on Negroes. And so they're going back and forth. And so we seem to think that only black candidates who come out as conservative are being used by the Republican Party. And Democratic Party using more Negroes. But what's so interesting about the parties, hold on, what you say, Mary Max? Let me read that real quick before I can get back on these folks' ass. Said Warnock couldn't win Walker with Georgia blacks in the first election because of a record towards his record towards Georgia blacks in the first place. It was projected that black Georgia voter turnout was 96% to vote for Warnock. Well, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened because he wasn't supposed to go into a runoff. If this guy was so stupid, I need y'all to pay attention to me, please. Don't attack the delivery. Understand this message. Come on, somebody. And here we go. The Democratic Party spent over $56 million to try to stop this so-called stupid, hand-picked, lesser-than candidate of the Republican Party, Negro. And they brought out Barack Obama. They brought out everybody. And based on what y'all said, the Republican Party didn't really show up for Walker, didn't they? Hell, they didn't have to. Because Warnock is an easy candidate to beat. Hell, I could have beat Warnock if I had run as an independent. Because y'all have, but one thing about it, y'all act as if Democrats are the only ones that have a base. Herschel Walker, when he was speaking, he wasn't speaking to you. He was speaking to his base. That's how he was almost, and even last night, at some point, he was leading against Warnock. But he's the stupid, the dumb, the inarticulate. He's the, and then, I think they just, and then when you look at the final results, Warnock barely beat the man by a percentage of a point. It wasn't even a blowout like Stacey Abrams got her ass blown out the water. It wasn't even nothing like that. That's how Warnock was supposed to defeat Herschel Walker, the way Kemp defeated Stacey Abrams. And probably worse, based on how y'all was putting it out there. You know, all of the Negro pundits on radio, D.L. Hughley, all of them, he ignorant, he's stupid, dumb, stupid, here's the man, he's a nigga, he's a sellout, he's being used, okay, I get all of that. So with all that power, all that fire, that man, I think he actually won, but I'm not going to say that. And so, and y'all cheering, yay! Good luck, way to go, Georgia! Way to go, Georgia! Oh my God. And blacks are what? Not even 13% of the whole goddamn state? So I said, way to go, Georgia! Now they have the majority in the Senate. Let me tell you what y'all won. Nothing. Because when Warnock, let me tell y'all something, you Democratic lovers. No, I don't vote Democrat, and I'm never voting Democrat again. Last time I voted Democrat was when I voted for Barack Obama, and I did that in protest. And I usually don't cower down or back down from nobody, but I just I didn't want to have this debate with Negroes every day. You ain't vote for the first black president? Actually, I didn't vote for the first black president. I voted for the continuation of the biracial president. We've never had a black president. Not in our lifetime. A black president looks like me. A black president looks like Whoopi Goldberg or Don Cheadle. A black president doesn't have a white mama or white daddy, dum-dum. So we got it. And then, I'm letting y'all know how much the Democratic Party cares about you. Black women, yeah, we gonna get out there. Yeah, soror, yeah, sisters. We gonna march for the first black woman VP. Well, Biden gave you a woman, all right. But he didn't give you no black woman. He gave you a mulatto woman from India. And y'all say, she's a black woman. Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea that the college that you graduated from determined your genetic makeup. She graduated from Howard. So that made up her DNA? Then she pledged a black sorority. That made up your DNA. All kinds of new shit was happening in 2000, this last election. Or it really proved that blacks are really stupid as a group when it comes to genetics and politics. And let me tell you something, y'all keep on voting for these black Democrats. Look, I'm gonna walk this slow. Y'all got a minute? I ain't gonna talk fast. I'm gonna slow it down. Because last night was just pitiful. Herschel Walker ran a damn good campaign for his people, and he got his people out. You know, some of his people fell out because some of them fell for the rhetoric. But Warnock, he wasn't doing shit before he ran against Herschel Walker. I mean, it benefited black people. And let me go back to what I said. And the last time I voted for Democrat, because I didn't want to be hearing all this shit. You ain't vote for the black. I didn't want to have that conversation. So at least I can tell the Negroes, I voted for your savior. Okay. Damn. So I ain't worried about that. You're going to be on the wrong side of history. All that old stupid shit. So, not like I cared. So anyway, but I knew then I wasn't going to vote for a damn Democrat ever again. Because when you start paying attention to what your issues are, like you're supposed to, the Democratic Party does not address any of my issues as a heterosexual, masculine black man. But the Democratic Party does align with the issues of black women, the ones who go for Democrat, which is the masses of black women, meaning they support immoral behavior and volunteering to be those who volunteer to be single mothers. Shout out to Kiki Palmer. Volunteer to be single mothers. The Democratic Party is for single mothers, white women, homosexuals, and immigrants. It has nothing to do with black people or the black family. Because black women is let it be known that they have no interest in the black family structure. Every time they vote in your politics have nothing to do with men or boys, just girls. And so, if I can get these silly Negroes the ones who are not gay, and those who are not a member of a black Greek-led organization, it's a lot of us who are not gay, who are not members of black Greek-led organizations, to get away from that damn Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party serves their purpose, not ours, as real men. That's why a lot of us moving to the center and to the right. Because one thing about, you can say whatever you want to say about the right or the conservative party, they always talk about family, men, women, children. The man is the head. That's what they talk about. Even with the other rhetoric they throw out, it's still something that I can pull from that, what they're talking about. Now they get to talking extreme stupidity. I ignore that, and I'm, and so if I can get all them Negroes that voted for Stacey Abrams, who are not gay, who are not Greeks, to stop voting that Democratic ticket, if I can get all those Negroes who sit there and voted for a Negro preacher and the member of a Divine Nine, I think Warnock is an alpha. It's always the same two corporates, black Greek and black gay. Or sometimes one and the same. Shout out to Bayard Rustin. So these are the culprits that keep black folks in these damn Democratic rooms and circles that's not working for us. And when I mention black Greeks, it's a lot of people I know who are part of the Divine Nine. A lot of them are very nice people that I know. Very sweet. But I have to continue to tell the truth about the organization that they chose to get in at 18 and 19 years old without doing the full research of what the organization is really about. So my goal is not to offend them. My goal is not to insult them, but I'm always going to tell the truth about what's affecting negatively our race. And those two groups, black gays and black Greeks, keep black people buried at the bottom because they want to be integrated and socially integrated and politically integrated with the white supremacist system. That's what they do. I'll debate anybody. I don't give a fuck. It's the truth. So, having said that, Warnock, let me tell y'all what Warnock is about. Warnock is against, when someone ever walked up to Warnock, and y'all know y'all saw the videos of that brother in South Carolina and walking up on Warnock, trying to ask him a question about reparations. Warnock wouldn't say a word. But a white woman came up there, he hugged her and talked to her and all of that. Those are black Democrats. Because they too are under, if y'all believe this is about white Republicans and black Republicans, black Democrats are also under the thumb of white liberals and white Democrats. They won't say anything or do anything that's outside of the script of what they're given. So for those of you who thought you won something last night, all you won was, wait a minute, because these are Warnocks. Warnocks, this is what he talks about. This is what he votes for in the Senate. Along with all them black chicks, that bald-headed Ayanna lady and AOC and all those people, they're black lesbian Democrats. And, or they got white husbands. They black lesbians or they're black women that got white husbands. And y'all ain't paying attention. Black people still out here looking stupid. Because we don't know how to pick nobody who's truly for us. So, having said that, Warnock's issues, if y'all just go look it up, what he votes for is always sitting around LGBT, immigrants, Ukraine, and something, maybe throw some women stuff in there. But it's never around the issues that's really impacting black people. The broken family structure. Black men are constantly under attack systematically. He don't deal with any of that. So the winner is from last night is not you, Negro. we don't win when you keep voting these black Democrats in. They are not for you. They're not. They are not for you. I swear they're not. If go to your local town, whatever city you live in, ask your black Democratic candidate, what are your views on reparations? And would you vote or would you bring up the measure in the Congress or the Senate or even the State House or even in the City Council where you live? Will you bring that up and make that a top priority if you receive my vote? Watch the bullshit they tell you. Ask your black Democratic candidate, what structure do you have in place or what plan do you have in place for the safeguard of black boys and black men in this society? Don't tell me nothing about criminal justice, because everyone has something criminal justice to throw towards black males. But tell me something that you have as it relates to funding to help with some positive improvement in the lives of black males. Ask your black candidate, ask your black Democratic candidate that. Hell, ask your white one that. But I'm talking about black because we seem to think because they're Democrat, they're for us. And people just cheering all over social media. Everybody just, oh my God, way to go, Georgia. Yes, yes. And he barely beat the man. That's what y'all seem to try to conveniently overlook. Warnock barely beat Herschel. I bet if they ran again, Herschel would beat him. That lets me know, y'all saying, let me tell y'all something that sounded really stupid. Let me tell you something that I heard all night last night. That sounded really stupid all day yesterday. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party gonna find the worst black person that they can to put in a race. They didn't even try. At least they could have found somebody intelligent or educated. Hold on a minute. When I first heard somebody black say that who's like anti-Republicans and anti-that, when I first heard somebody, I said, well, okay, that's that one person saying something stupid. Then I started saying across Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Negroes saying the same stupid shit like, wait a minute. What difference does it make? What difference would it make to you, black Democrat, if they put in an Einstein? If they put in what is called a Republican Barack Obama? You're not going to like him because he's a black or she's a black Republican. So why the fuck do you care what grade of intelligence or pedigree that the candidate that they put in there has? Based on what was shown yesterday, if that was the worst that they put in, this man almost beat your best. Y'all still ain't shame yet? Stupid. Get the fuck out of here. We say the dumbest shit. Let me tell y'all something. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you. Well, I want to give everybody for Christmas a copy of Carter G. Woodson's Miseducation of the Negro. I just need you. And also, I want to invite y'all to go and watch Dr. Claude Anderson's video. It's called Inappropriate Behavior. I'm going to invite y'all to go and watch that. Almost tripped. I want y'all to go and watch that video. Inappropriate Behavior. Because we behave so inappropriately often in this country, doesn't make any damn sense. We do. You know, and by the way, let me continue to say, you can vote for whoever you want to. I don't care. We all have our preferences. But to pretend or to go so hard because someone black who's running in a political race because they don't run as Democrat, you mean that they're not necessary, they're not worthy, they're not relevant, they're not important, they're not people? There's some things I disagree with. I hear a lot of black conservatives say, and I voiced it. There's a lot of things, a whole lot of things. I hear black liberals, black Democrats say that I don't go along with none of that shit. And I'm gonna also give y'all another test of how y'all are just so disingenuous, you black Democrats. How you so disingenuous. And you're not gonna do it because I said it. I know a lot of them feel a certain type of way about me and people who talk like me, and but I'm here to tell you, I don't have any hate in my heart. I probably love black people more than you do. I do. Because I'm risking, I guess, my social card in the black community to tell y'all the truth. Yeah. Well, I ain't worried about that shit. Because I'm pretty cool. I'm not a mean guy. Not at all. Anyone I've ever met who's nice to me, I've always been nice to them. If you're a jackass, I'm a jerk to you. If you're really nice, I'm really sweet to you. I just like that. Like, you know how human beings are supposed to act. We have calm conversations. You know. But I'm really serious about this. Our people, we got PhDs, medical degrees, we got JDs, we got all of these credentials, but we still act kind of retarded. We still act kind of stupid. And that's very bothersome. It's worrisome. That I guess we're kind of smart on some things, but when it comes to politics, we still kind of dumb. You know, we don't have a clue. And I wish we'd get a clue. So, I don't know what that lady talking about. But anyway, you know, y'all, it's going to be all right. We're going to get it together one day. Maybe one day we'll get together and understand the importance of restaurant and lounge. We're about to build a new restaurant and lounge right here. It's going to be pretty cool by May when they open it up. I think it's going to be pretty fun. But anyway, so we're going to get it together one day, I swear. We are going to get it together. But we're going to have to learn how to play politics and stop hating on black people because they're not Democrats. Stop it. It's dumb. We didn't win last night. You got more of the same. And if you're a heterosexual black man who's a non-Greek, non-Divine Nine member, you have no business voting for Democrat. That's for those folks. You don't. I mean, if you're going to participate in it, you have no business. Now, what you can do, hold on a minute. Now, what you can do, and that's for everybody, do like I do. Wait and check out the issues. It can be Republican, Democrat, or Independent, or write-in candidate. You have a lot of choices. Wait and see who's talking about issues that matter to you, and that's who you vote for. Don't let nobody talk you out your vote. It don't matter. You throwing your vote away. I'm not throwing my vote away because I won't vote for the Democratic candidate. That's dumb. First, and it's also insulting. Who the fuck are you? You don't tell me what to do with my vote. If I never vote, fuck you. I don't have to if I don't want to. You throw your vote away. And I mean, it just came up with a whole lot of stupidity in 2016 and 2020. If you don't vote, that's a vote for Trump. I thought pulling the lever was a vote for somebody. Oh, God. JMJ, what's up? He said, President Lyndon Baines Johnson stated that he'll have Negroes voting Democrat for 200 years. That's right, because you know who he made that deal with? He put it on the women. And the women made sure that the offspring that they had without the men in the house was going to follow their lead. And that's what's been happening. A lot of these black dudes that vote Democrat, and they don't know the Democrats, the main ones who collude with a lot of Republicans to have their nuts in a vice politically. Yeah. And by the way, for those in Memphis, y'all make sure y'all vote for Judge Joe Brown next year, because that's the only thing that's going to save Memphis. To give Memphis some kind of respectability again. Or put a man in office. Put a man, baby, in office. A real masculine man. Old school charm. Put a man in there so he can surround himself with real strong women and strong men who care about the black community. Number one, who cares about masculinity, who cares about femininity, who cares about the black family structure. That's what we need. That's why we're so fucked up out here. Masculinity is being attacked. Femininity is being erased. Women are trading in their femininity for a paycheck and a position in a white man's corporation. Black dudes are scared to fight, so they shut up and watch stuff happen, or they're out here getting sex changes, calling themselves Laverne Cox and shit. Just punked out. How you punked out of your gender? God damn, whose men's is these? This shit is crazy. You get literally punked out of your gender. You so scared to be a man. Can't handle it. So you decided to go see what they're doing on the other side. Mr. Pantyhose. Well, no more. Mr. Puss in Boots. Ridiculous. That's okay. There are a lot of us still here. You brothers need to become vocal, not just vocal in sports. Y'all need to open your mouths, black men, and be men. Hell, it don't make no sense. Oops. Let me get across here. So, but anyway, I just want to share those thoughts because things have gotten completely out of control. You didn't win anything with Warnock's victory. You didn't win, black people, okay? It's not sour grapes. It's not me hating on anybody. I'm just telling y'all from because I sit in the middle of all this foolishness, and I just have to give y'all my points on it, my points of view on it, my point of view or points of view. What do you say, Mary Max? Hold on a second. It says the 96% of black folks who voted in Georgia on December 6, 22 secured a win last night for every other ethnicity group, but black folks. Black folks secured the crumbs for our community. That is correct. Because even Stacey Abrams was going around, she was talking to Latinos, Jews, Asians, and everybody else. Even that woman in California, she didn't go around, what's her name, Karen Bass? That heifer, she went around Latinos, Asians, and white folks. She talked smart to the black voters. And we see this in videos, and we still ignore it. Well, I'd rather have a Democrat that ain't shit than a Republican I really don't know nothing about. I'm not saying vote for no damn Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz sucks. And Marsha Blackburn in Tennessee, she's a total devilish bitch. She's disgusting. But y'all know. But we should have conversations with some of these new black conservatives. We should at least have conversations with them. No, we know who the old establishment conservatives are. We know we don't fool with them. I don't fool with them. But the ones that's coming up who say, you hear a black woman that says, you know what? I don't want to have any children unless I'm married. Don't vilify her. But you don't know other people's situations. Things happen in life. Don't vilify her. Understand where she comes from. You got a black man that says, no, I don't want to make a baby mama. I'd rather create a wife than a mother. Don't shoot the brother down. Because that's how you're supposed to behave normally. It's the weirdest thing. The people that we shut out of our community because they're behaving normally, behaving appropriately. But if she said, well, I used to be a scripper, and now I'm swinging the pole for the Lord. That's right. That's our girl. That's our girl. That's the bitch that needs to be shunned. If we're going to do any shunning. Well, I did 15 years in jail. I got all these tattoos, when I ran the gangs. Oh my God, he gonna be a pastor. I tell you, we're backwards. Backwards. Why in the hell does all of us, in order for us to be qualified as real people in the black community, that we have to really been dragged through the mud in life in order for people to believe that we're legitimate people. It's the most insane thing. I'd rather, and I'm going to go back to the whole church thing. And half of your preachers used to pimp hoes. I used to pimp. Now I pimp the word for Jesus. The thing is, I'd rather have a preacher who's never done any of that stuff. No tattoos, no jail time, no former drug addict, none of that. That means that he's actually embodying or personifying what the word says. How come that don't work for y'all? Nah, he ain't been through enough. He don't know. Everybody ain't have to fall off in order for them to qualify. That's insane. It's insane. And that's who most of your preachers are. Former pimps, former drug addicts, former gang members, drug dealers. That's who's preaching y'all the word. Y'all wonder why church so fucked up. You never go get the guys who went to school, actually learned something. Okay. We don't get the people who behave in society. We don't want them to be our leaders. Or we don't want them to be our spiritual leaders. We want all of the folks who's fallen, who played dominoes with the devil. Now they been with the devil. They know what they talking about. How about those who understood that they don't want to fool the devil and they made sure that they did what they supposed to do? How come those folks aren't the ones y'all put in front of the pulpit or put up there where the preacher, I guess, screams every Sunday morning? It's amazing. So let's say pro preacher Adams, sub family, glad all is well. I'd love to talk to you again about being a young chocolate conservative in the chocolate community. Of course, we can do that, man. Have we spoken before? Say, hey, Miss Adrian, how are you? Yeah, I'm gonna get my little channel work back, get it stirred back up. I'm gonna have to buy a microphone though. Y'all know those cash apps can really go to good use. Miss Crystal, how are you? And so we're gonna have to do better. There wasn't a win. I guess a lot of my hometown folks are here from Memphis. Okay, that was you. Okay, you changed your name. What's good, brother? That video's still up there. Okay, in my hometown of Memphis, Tennessee, we still voting incorrectly. And this is what I want to say before I got thrown out by the other stuff about always voting Democrat. I just want to tell y'all this one thing, and I want y'all to please spread the word in your families, on your job, in your church, your community center, wherever you are part of a large gathering of black people. It's just very simple. If you don't know who to vote for, or who not to vote for, I'm telling you, first of all, do not vote anybody that go under the banner of Democrat. Don't do that. See, cooling, man. Yeah, they nuked that page the day after the election. Okay, 2020, gotcha. Just do this for me. And whether you live in Memphis, you live in Black Dallas, Black Chicago, Detroit, anywhere there's a black area that's considered blight or low income, or they don't have all the resources that suburban parts of your state, or city, don't have any of those things, I want y'all to go and look at all the black neighborhoods. It's got all the crime, all of the drug dealing, the gang banging, the single motherhood, poorly funded educational system, the school system. I want y'all to go and look and find who the city councilman is, or the school board member, even the state representative, and I bet you $1 to a donut that person is a Democrat. Now go to the suburbs where all the schools are properly funded, the classrooms aren't crowded. Single motherhood is not even a thing, hardly. They have the Walmarts, the Rosses, the Marshalls, the grocery stores, the malls. They have all the wonderful amenities that every part of the city should have. And I guarantee you, don't have any crime. Nobody's holding up the traffic with their cars so they can drag race and doing donuts in the street and all that kind of foolishness. I guarantee you, those are Republican-led city council, state representative, Congress, and Senate seats. And then when you find out who that is, that's who you vote for, because that's who you want for your district. You always get these Democrats. Now, back in the day, you used to have the Republicans over these black districts, But now, in the last 20, 25 years, it's been Democrats in these poor, crime-infested, poorly funded schools, dilapidated houses, lower tax bracket or lower property taxes, parks not cared for, all that kind of stuff that y'all go to suburbs to see and participate in, like big, beautiful libraries and stuff. I guarantee you, your representative on the school board, the city council, the state representative, and the federal, be it Senate or congressional person, is a Democrat. Wherever there's a shithole in your city or your state, it is a Democratic-held stronghold. Did y'all hear what I said? So Memphis, Dallas, Black Memphis, what else? Chicago, Detroit, all around. Hell, you can go to Nebraska and find a messed up neighborhood. I guarantee you it's Democratic led, and I'm not pushing for Republicans. I'm pushing for common sense. Because as an independent, I vote for whoever's bringing results. And more than speeches, Warnock got a lot of speeches, but he never brought any results. That's just the Democratic way when it comes to blacks. Dr. Claude Anderson continues to tell us about what is called benign neglect. No politician, Republican or Democrat, will ever stand up or mention anything specifically for black folks. And if they do, like Stacey Abrams did, when they asked her, what do you think about reparations for American descendants of slaves or for national black Americans? Yes, I think that, Native Americans, disenfranchised minorities, and black people. Bitch, she didn't ask you about that. He said for black people. Then she said, Stacey Abrams, I can't just do stuff for black folks because, there's not a large enough number of us. Remember that? Then you have Kamala Harris. She leaned her head like one of them hood black chicks. I'm not going to do nothing for black folks. Black people? You think I'll do something for black people? Y'all didn't see that video? Okay. Everybody got the memo except for black Democrats. They don't understand. Everyone else has the memo. So, but anyway, go ahead and continue your behavior. Vote for black Democrats and put them in office, then don't say another word to them, because they sure don't talk to you until after the 2 years, the 4 years, or the 7 years, depending on what office it is. They don't talk to you. And then if they come to your neighborhood, they do what Clyburn said. They throw a fish fry. Invite Negroes out to come vote, throw a fish fry. There was this guy named Sidney Chisholm in Memphis. He was over the Shelby County Democratic thing for a long time. He was the Clyde, I call him the Clyburn, Jim Clyburn of Memphis, Tennessee, of Shelby County. And all he used to do is throw his annual fish fry or barbecue, same thing. Bring Negroes out to eat, bring out all the Democratic candidates, for everybody to, check their teeth and check their muscles and see if they'll be good for the race. Come on, somebody. And I think the same thing is still going on. But anyway, y'all, it's gotten dark on me. But one thing I want to remind y'all, I do have a book. It's a short story, 50 pages. It's only $10. Cash App, $ Rico the Opinionist, OPINIONIST. The title of the short story is called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's a story about when I first found out about who my biological father was by accident. By accident, it was never supposed to be known. At the age of 22. And so, and it just check out the story from there. So if you'd like to purchase it, again, hit that Cash App. And when you send it, please send an email address with it. Because it's in a PDF format. So I can just send it right to you as soon as you send it to me. And thank you so much in advance for checking out the book or the short story. And when you get a chance to read it, please let me know what you think about it. Because whoever's bought it, I always ask them, please let me know your honest thoughts about it. Because it helps me out to know what I need to do next with this book. Because I want to publish it like in book. And I like to go on tour talking about the particular topics in that short story. Because fatherlessness is a real thing. And, we don't understand. For some reason, we refuse to acknowledge the natural order of things. And we refuse to give children fathers, black women. And I know y'all want to say, well, what about the men? Well, see, the men can't get no coochie without your permission. You choose the man. You choose everything. You even choose to have sex without being on birth control. So stop bringing up men. How come you can't? I don't know why black women in such large numbers don't want to become nobody's wife, and then, out of respect for children, then you have babies. And make sure, because one thing about a husband is a little more reliable and almost a little more permanent than a boyfriend. A boyfriend is not a husband. A girlfriend is not a wife. So we need to cut it out on both sides. And for those of you, just to satisfy your whole thing, I'm always telling men, stop getting women pregnant who are not your wife. Stop it. Hell, stop having raw sex with women who are not your wife. Because first thing she's going to do, she's going to receive the semen. She's going to take it. She's going to keep it. Now, let's go back to democratic behaviors. This is a lot of democratic behavior here. You know, Republicans, they want to end abortion. They want to stop it. Me, I don't give a shit. Because my motto is, my t-shirt is, if you can't afford it, abort it. I think in a lot of parts of the black community, a lot of aborted babies were done a favor. What child wants to be born by somebody who doesn't want them? Or what child wants to be born by a damn teenager? What child wants to be born by somebody poor, living in a ghetto, fighting and cussing and on drugs and don't know who his father is because she got pregnant out and letting 4-5 dudes run a train on her? You think kids would pick that as a parent? Or pick a dad that's on probation in a gang, selling dope, robbing people, already got 5 different baby mothers? You think a kid would want to produce that? I mean, hold on. You think a kid would want to pick a son of a bitch like that? So why don't y'all church women get back in church, and when you get back in church, get back into the word. Oh, glory. Hallelujah. And start behaving like ladies again and demand that the men behave as men. Because we'll do everything you let us do. If you let us steal it. Shout out to Johnny Taylor. Because sometimes we want to steal it. Oh, let me steal it. I've got to see you somehow. Not tomorrow, but right now. We won't be too late. Don't make me wait. Come on and steal away. Tell them, y'all better, I'm telling you, Johnny Taylor get y'all in trouble. We're getting careless with our love affair. See, Johnny went with the damn, but Johnny's the king. Just because. But anyway, ladies, we only do what you let us do. Now, there are expectations for us to act a certain way because, you're men, you're supposed to, but still. In the midnight hour, Wilson Pickett. In the midnight hour, Roger Troutman. We still want to steal it. Oh, baby, let me steal it. Because I want to do is steal it. I've got to see you somehow. Not tomorrow, but right now. Come on, JT. I know it's late. Don't make me wait. Come on and steal away. I tell you, if your folks would just approve this like this, me, you wouldn't have to do. No. Oh. Y'all need to find that. Johnny Taylor, Steal It. He made that song in 1968 or 1970, but they need to be playing that song right now. Whew. But anyway, again, y'all get my book. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. It's only $10. $ Rico the Opinionist. If you're cool with me, fool with me. Shout out to Rated J in Memphis, Tennessee. Let me read this last thing. What'd you say, Mary Mac? It's a sick, delusional mindset that black women who don't want to be married, the going reason is because they don't want, what they say, to be submissive to a husband. They aren't thinking about the children. You darn right. They don't care. All they care about is themselves. A lot of these women have choose. And my t-shirt says single motherhood, or baby mamaism is a choice. It is a choice. Because you can choose whether he can be your boyfriend or he can be your husband before you let him hit you raw. You can choose to have sex as a woman without being on any birth control or not. You can choose to get pregnant, you can choose to carry it, or you can choose to abort it. So one thing about it, the Republican Party said, damn abortion. But our problem I had with the Republican Party, how y'all gonna say, well, we're gonna outlaw abortions, even in the case of incest, rape, and all that? See, that's why, I side with the other people like, y'all tripping. And there's always people who say stupid shit like that who are not even in a position to even get pregnant no more. Some old funk ass white dude can't get nobody pregnant no more. A lot of these old chicks and had their babies with their husband and got their tubes tied up in a Christmas bow. But and what kind of insensitive satanic behavior or thinking is that? And even in the case of rape and incest. Now I think Herschel Walker I think he shared that same philosophy, and I didn't agree with that. That's dumb. You know, and I same thing about this governor. Even though he still won, Governor Abbott of Texas, he still won. But the people get out and vote. But I think the state representatives should go back and overturn that kind of part, that piece there. I don't have a problem with the abortion ban because a lot of these chicks was using it as birth control, and then they little cheap ass. They want somebody else to pay for their murder. No, get your own. No, Miss Independent Boss Bitch. You get your money, you pay for your own murder. Don't use my tax dollars to pay for your murder. However, on the other hand, you got the Democrats. They're for abortion. Isn't that weird? They're for it. They don't care. And they want you to pay for it. So, I'm all like, y'all work that out. But, anyway, I'm gone. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Mary Max, if you can, don't call me good. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.